I've got this quad. I bought it from someone who built it. So as you have just seen, I've gone through the better flight settings from the guy, and I've disabled some of the modes, and I'm going to just use the normal angle, horizon, and acro because I'm used to that. Or maybe I can use the other modes next time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bind the receiver, and I'm going to do better flight setup and also quick hover test for this quad. And the receiver is the XXR Frsky. So the bind button is somewhere here. I'm not going to take this apart. Just too troublesome. So I know where the the bind button is. So I just use a screwdriver and just press it there and see how it goes. But before that, I need to set up a model. So I need 3 switches. So I have other models that are already set up that has 3 switches. So I just copied it over and see how it goes.
Oh yeah, that was the right switch.
Let me just check this model, see whether there's 3 switches. Yes, so I'll just copy this over, and I'm going to change the beep to OSD. So I'm going to change the name. I think I'll just call it X something. Yeah, I'll call it Wizard X220. That's fine. So I need to change it to desisting. Okay, so go to the switches. Okay, that's all set up. Let's try binding. I think you can see the green and red lights. I think it's in binding mode. Let me zoom this in for you. Menu page. So hopefully it's bound this time. Okay, so this time it's bound. You can see the telemetry. So if by this, so now I want to test the failsafe that I set on my Tyrannus to see if it works.
That was the right
Because
switch.
I never experienced that before, and this is the first time. So I just want to show you what I did. So menu, page, scroll down. Which is this one, failsafe mode, no pulses. So I want to test this, see whether it works or not. If it doesn't work, then I need to set it on the receiver. Just connect the battery. By the way, I haven't turned on the motor stop yet. I'm going to do that later on. So when I arm this, the motor will start spinning. So let me arm this. So I'm going to turn off the transmitter. It looks like it works. So I think maybe, let me try again.
Oh yeah, that was the right switch.
One more time. Yeah, it works, so I don't need to set it on the receiver. So only for D16 mode for the Frsky Receiver that you can set failsafe mode on the transmitter. Otherwise, for the DA mode, you have to set it on the receiver. So let me disconnect this and I'll test the camera. So I'm going to use my G10 monitor watch to test the camera. So let me connect the battery. Turn it on. Yep, it works. So that's good. So now I'm going to connect this to Better Flight to do the setup. So as you have seen in my intro to this video, I've already gone through the settings, so I don't really have to go through these Better Flight settings in details now, because I have done most of the initial setup in the intro video. So let me connect this to Better Flight by connecting the USB. The receiver will power on without the battery, so I hope so, so that I don't need to connect the battery. Let me just check the receiver, hopefully. So let me connect. Oh, hang on, sorry. Yeah, as you can see, the receiver is also power on, I think. So let's connect to BNF Flight. The first thing that you need to do is really to check the accelerometer. So let me just calibrate that. You also need to enable the expert mode so that I can see most of the stuff. Yeah, that's fine. As you can see, the ports is already enabled. So it's UART1, serial RX S bus, so that's fine. Configuration, I want to turn on motor stop. The rest I've already done earlier. So I have turned off some of the unnecessary one, like the black box thing. So I'll save and reboot. Let's go to Failsafe. So Failsafe is land, so I just want it to drop. Let me check that again. P.I.D tunings, I'm going to leave it as how the person that I bought it from set this up. He put his tuning on profile 2. I think profile 1 will probably be the stock tuning. I'm not sure about that. Let me go back to profile 2. No, that's fine, I'm going to leave it as that. Receiver, I just need to check the receiver value. So it's 1495 for raw. I want to get it as close to 1500 as possible. Pitch.
Trim center.
Yaw. So the deadband is about 2, that's fine. Throttle. Yeah, that's fine. So let me press save. Modes, I already done it in the intro video, so let me just confirm this. So arming. Yeah, that's correct. The mode. I'm not sure about the OSD because earlier when I turned on the camera, I didn't see any OSD on the screen. But let me try connecting the camera again. Yeah, it looks like there's OSD. Yeah, that's fine. Earlier I didn't see the OSD on. Oh yeah, you got the standard ones. So yeah, that's fine. I'll just leave it as that. And disconnect. So I think the auxiliary tree, the switch for OSD is, when you do this, you can change the OSD using the sticks. I haven't had any experience with that yet, so I'm not going to use it, although I have the switch set up. So I put save, adjustment, no need for that, server no need, models no need. Let me check to see if they spin the right way. Disconnect the battery. It should be in, yep, that's fine.
3 minutes.
So OSD, I'm going to leave it as the default. Because I haven't used OSD before, I'm going to test it out. Sensors, no need. And lastly, I think I've shown you the version right at the start. So that's it. That's the beta fast setup. So I'm going to do a short hover test after I put on the props. So now I'm going to put on the props. So the top side will be facing inwards. So this one is for here. Some for there. And so I'm going to tighten up the screw, then we'll do a short hover test for the quad. So I've tightened the nuts on the props, so it's all ready to go. So it looks good, so let's see how it flies. So this is how it looks with the battery on, and there's a battery protector on the bottom, so it's a 3D printer one, so it looks pretty nice. So hopefully everything works. I don't think this one has LED lights, and I don't really like LED lights anyway. So that's the bottom, that's the top. So let's go do the test flight.